So KRA, Kenya Revenue Authority, has decided they're going to deregister those who have not been filing their tax returns. And this is something that's worth talking about. Now, why do we even care? Why do we have to talk about KRA in Ken's Money Matters, where we only talk about making money, managing money, we talk about investing money and stuff like that. So why do we care so much about what KRA is doing with regards to tax returns? Now, everything about money is important. KRA is about money. It's about taxes. Taxes are part of investments. Taxes are part of income. Taxes are part of expenses. Taxes are part of doing business. Taxes are part of anything that you do with regards to money. So we have to talk about taxes. And I'm a lawyer, by the way, so it means I have to look at the other legal issues that can affect you if you're trying to build wealth. So every single thing that affects your financial life is of importance to me. That's why we have to discuss the tax issue here at Ken's Money Matters. Otherwise, welcome guys, and here at Ken's Money Matters, we talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to manage that money, how to enjoy that money, and how to invest that money and assure yourself of a lifetime of consistent income. KRA has decided to deregister people who haven't been filing their tax returns. And that order has been given already. I saw a list. I do not know the authenticity of that particular list, but I know the authenticity of the news that they will be deregistering people. The reason why this is important is we conduct business in Kenya. We do a lot of things in Kenya. We buy land, we start businesses, and especially people are starting new businesses. You want to register the business, you want to get some tax cuts, for example. You want to make sure that you're compliant so that in the process of building wealth, you are not faced with huge penalties that you have to pay at the wrong time. One of the things that can actually take you down if you're doing a good business, or if coming up with if you have a good career, is getting a huge penalty from the taxman. In the US or in the UK where I am, this is very common that if you get a bill from the taxman, it can drill you down because sometimes the bill can be so heavy, the penalty can be so bad. That's why I've just learned to ensure that I follow the rules when it comes to the taxes that you need to pay. Now, nobody likes taxes. I don't like taxes, honestly. But of course, if it's working for you and you can see the result of the tax, it's okay. Like in Europe where I lived and in different countries I've gone to, you can see what the tax is doing. And for me, that's important. I would like to see what my tax is doing. I would like to see the result. For example, in the UK or in Finland, they give you details of what your money has done for you. So they will tell you, okay, this year you contributed this much to the taxman. Part of it, this percentage went to the police force, this percentage went to the healthcare sector, this percentage went to the education sector, this percentage went to infrastructure. So you know clearly where the money has gone. And that kind of gives you confidence and gives you that ability to just pay without having any issues. I've seen this in Finland, I've seen this in the UK. You clearly know where your money is going to. But the problem with Kenya, my country, is that we have always complained about where this money is going to. And I know that's why so many people are aloof when it comes to taxes. But we also have to think of the consequences when it comes to taxes. Most of the time, if KRA comes after you, if you're doing a business, if you're doing something like, if you have good income, you're going for a good career or a good position, they will always catch up with you. And that is not something you want. You don't want KRA to be on your tail or to refuse to give you a PIN when you're getting that job that you have been yearning for, you've been working so hard for. Or they can't register your company while you need to start getting some tax cuts from the company or the business you're doing. Or you can't apply for certain tenders, the entrepreneurs, because you have certain issues with your KRA. So this is an important point for me. And since I talk about money, and I talk about everything concerning money, tax is part of money. So I'm not going to go into details of taxation and stuff like that. I'm just going to say this news is something that we should consider seriously. And if you have any bills, it's important to pay them. So like I said, you can't even register land right now if you don't have a PIN. You can't open bank accounts if you don't have a PIN. You can't register businesses if you don't have a PIN. You can't apply for certain positions in the country if you don't have a PIN, because some companies will require you to have a PIN for you to be given a job. Now that interferes with the income process, that interferes with everything we're doing, because I always say your income is the foundation in which or on which you build wealth. So if that income is interfered with by KRA, you will not build wealth. Besides that, you can be struggling to build wealth over time. You're trying to patiently, invest and do everything you can to get back some money or to make your money work for you. And then years later, you're slapped with a huge tax bill that will just drill you down completely. So you either deal with it now or it will bite you much later. And trust me, when it bites you later, it can be so bad. So as a finance person, I am saying that if you have any tax bill, or if your name was in the list, or someone you know, make sure you tell them this. Or if you can help someone file their returns. People in the diaspora, again, we have this problem. Most people in the diaspora think that they don't have to file their returns. They don't have to pay taxes. That is a folly. That's a fallacy. You need to file returns, even if you're filing 0 returns every year. Because at the end of it, one day you may want to go back to the country. You may want to get into office into the country. There are so many things you may want to do in Kenya that will require these things. So please, if you are in the diaspora, try and file your taxes. Even me here, for a long time I wasn't doing it. Actually, I think I just did it a few days ago. And I'm going to check mine again after this video to just be sure that I'm on the right side of the law. Why I'm saying this is because I do not want my investments and my financial plans to be interfered with by KRA. So guys, that was the essence of the video. Now, there is what we call the Voluntary Disclosure Programme. Now, this is for those who have not paid taxes, or they have certain properties, they have not been remitting taxes as required. This period runs from 2021 to end of 2023. So you can basically go and say, okay, I haven't been paying this kind of taxes. I have this penalty I was slapped with. I would like remission on this. So during Voluntary Tax Disclosure Programme, you are in a position to go to the taxman or apply online, of course. You don't go there physically. You have that position to go online, make an application to be exempted or remitted, basically. So there is a remission. So what they do is they can forgive some of the penalties or the interests you may have earned on any outstanding taxes that you have. So most of the time you will know, because they may have sent you some details about it. They may have sent you emails or texts, or you can see it on your iTax that you have some bill that you need to pay. Now, you may not have paid it because you didn't care about it, or you ignored it, or you thought it didn't matter as much. But now they have this program that's running since January this year, 2021. It will go all the way to 2023. You can as well go online, make the application, and if you want to clear your bill, whatever bill it was, they have different levels of remission. Remission just means forgiveness, basically. So the penalties and the interest can be forgiven either 100%, 50%, or 25%. So for the first year, which is 2021, if you apply for remission and your application is accepted and you want to pay everything that's outstanding in 2021 within the year, it will be 100% remission. So your interests and your penalties will be cut off completely, 100%. If you do it in the second year, if you make an application now or next year, and then you want to do your payment within the first 2 years. So let's say you do an application for remission now, and you want to make your payment this particular year or next year, it will be a 50% cutoff. And if you want to do it within a 3-year period, before the end of 2023, it will be 25% cutoff on your interests and penalties. So these are opportunities you can take advantage of and ensure that you clear with the taxman and that you are growing wealth in a way that you won't actually be disturbed. We are trying to grow wealth, we are trying to build wealth in a sustainable way, not in a way but that the taxman one day comes and takes like 100% of everything you built so far. So for me, it's just about making sure you follow the law and making sure that your wealth is stable. So it's not that I care so much for the government. I don't actually. I would if they were doing the right thing. But right now, I care so much for the investors. I care so much for people who are doing small businesses. I care so much for entrepreneurs. I care so much for that person who's trying to get that big job they are yearning for and working hard for. So in that sense, I would say it's important that you clear with the taxman, and then you are free to build wealth and you're free to do whatever you want in the country. You can start a business, buy a land, buy property, buy a business, whatever it is you want to do, but you do it with confidence. I did say that they are planning to deregister around 7,000. No, they are planning to deregister around 62,000 people. That's a lot of people. That's many, many people. So if you are in the list, do your due diligence and pay the taxes, or file your returns, or do what is required of you by 30th of June, and you'll be safe. Thank you guys. Comment below if you've done it. If you have any advice for other people, please comment below. Till next time, see you out.